nearly 1 out of every 10 people receiving housing assistance from Brown County actually lives outside of the county. Many live in another state. How can that be? Tonight, Fox 11 is on special assignment, and Robert Hornacek joins us this morning with a preview of tonight's report. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning, Rachel. You know, there's about $1 million of federal money sent to Brown County every month for housing assistance, but we found that about $200,000 of that money is actually being spent on people who don't live here. Now, in April of this year, the Brown County Housing Authority made 268 housing assistance payments to people living outside of Brown County, including places like Minneapolis, Virginia, Chicago, even Puerto Rico. Well, how does that happen, you might ask? Well, since the housing program is run by the federal government, people on it are allowed to move. But when they do move, the housing authority where they receive their assistance first has to keep paying for that person's assistance until the new city's housing authority absorbs them into its own program. So basically, some of the money set aside for Brown County residents ends up actually being spent on people who moved away, and the Brown County Housing Authority ends up paying more for those people who move away because of the higher cost of living in bigger cities.
It's unjust to the initial housing authority because that means there's fewer families who can use a voucher here.
Well, it basically drains our services to help the people in Brown County that stay in Brown County.
Now, coming up tonight on Fox 11 News at 9, we're going to talk with a woman who lives in another part of the state but is still receiving her housing assistance from the Brown County Housing Authority. Meanwhile, if you'd like to see a list of places where people are living around the state and around the country but are still receiving housing benefits from the Brown County Housing Authority, just go to our website, fox11online.com, and click on the On Assignment section.
So how long do they have to keep making those payments? How long does Brown County have to keep paying if they move away?
It's hard to say. It basically could go on indefinitely. It really depends on the housing authority and the city people move to. It could go on for months, sometimes years. In fact, right now there's someone receiving assistance from the Brown County Housing Authority that moved away from Brown County in 2010.
Can people move to Brown County, get the housing assistance, and then leave? Are people doing that?
Yeah,
just to get the assistance?
People who administer the housing program say that's definitely happening. Exactly how many, they say it's hard to say, because you know people do have to become a resident of Brown County to qualify for the housing program, but once they get on it, they can leave right away. In fact, I'm told the majority of people who leave the area leave as soon as they get on the program. Now again, this is allowed under the federal program, but it does end up hurting places like Brown County because there's only so much money that's earmarked to be spent for Brown County residents, and some of that money is going to people who don't live here anymore.
Interesting. Thanks, Robert. We'll look for your full report tonight at 9.